curious, analytical tone. The Dwimorberg is a peak in the White Mountains, known as the Haunted Mountain. Inside, the air is as dry as dust, held within a geological system that structurally isolates anything entering the dark door. During the Second Age, a human population related to the Dunlendings lived in these peaks. For a time, they worshipped Sauron. Sauron is the principal Dark Lord of this era, who sought absolute dominion over Middle-earth. Later, these men swore allegiance to Isildur, but betrayed him by refusing to fight in his war. Isildur was the High King of Gondor, who severed the One Ring from Sauron's hand. Isildur's purse ensured they would never rest, effectively entombing them within the rock until their oath was fulfilled. This diagram shows Harrowdale, a deep valley in the White Mountains below clifftop Dunharrow. Wedged between impassable peaks, the entrance creates a natural funnel, channeling everything southward until it terminates at the monolithic dead end of the mountain face. Driven into this subterranean trap, the isolated population dwindled. Without wind, sunlight, or a functioning ecosystem to sustain them, they slowly died out over millennia. Entering the mountain means surrendering to millions of tons of unyielding rock. Immediately past that threshold, the atmosphere changes. The air is stagnant, heavy with bone dust, and completely devoid of light. Lining the path are colossal, crude statues built by the Oathbreakers. The Oathbreakers are the cursed spirits of the mountain men who broke their military vow to Gondor. Centuries of acidic groundwater have dissolved the statues' sharp edges, leaving behind smooth shapes melting back into the cavern walls. In the year 2570 of the Third Age, the mountain attracted a prince named Baldor. Baldor was the eldest son of Brago, the second king of Rohan. Rohan is a kingdom of horse lords in Middle-earth. Baldor viewed this lightless tomb as a trophy waiting to be conquered. During a feast, Baldor drank from his horn and made a rash public vow to walk the paths of the dead. This feast was to hallow the newly built Golden Hall of Meduseld. Meduseld is the large timber hall serving as the seat of the King of Rohan. He rode up to the mountain in royal armor, but the moment the dark door sealed behind him, he was face to face with the crushing reality of absolute darkness. Subterranean darkness remains indifferent to a prince's title. A king's status provides no light and no protection in a subterranean tomb. We can track Baldor's progress through the tunnel. He survived the initial descent, walking into the absolute depths until he hit a closed stone door that barred entry to an ancient temple. Here, the mountain became a cage. The door could not be breached, and unknown enemies lying in wait broke his legs, ensuring he could never walk back up the incline. Aragorn found the prince's remains centuries later. Aragorn is the future king of Gondor and the direct descendant of Isildur. Baldor's finger bones were still jammed into the microscopic cracks of the sealed granite wall. Beside the body lay Baldor's sword, notched and shattered. In his final moments, he had hacked at the impervious rock, breaking his weapon against the mountain. The dry air kept his gilded hauberk and his belt of gold and garnets intact. His royal gear remained preserved long after his body failed. He was left alone in the absolute dark to wait for the end, his royal status stripped away by the simple physical need for water. Moving past Baldor's remains and through that temple door, we reach the final subterranean layer. This is the vast, hollow city of the Oathbreakers. The architecture here is alien. The original inhabitants carved windowless, lightless dwellings directly into enormous black stalagmites that rise from the cavern floor. Inside these stone tents lies the evidence of their hoarding. Mounds of dull gold and jewels spill outward from rotted leather sacks. This wealth serves no purpose. It remains tarnished, held within the ribcages of kings who died in the dark. The dull gold of the Oathbreakers mirrors Baldor's preserved armor. Both are monuments to greed that the mountain has slowly digested over the centuries. Baldor's helmet lies face down on the stone floor. The dark islets are motionless. looking into the rock that became his grave. The Dwimorberg slowly absorbs every human ambition, grinding royal bloodlines and hoarded gold into the same layer of subterranean dust.